Have you ever wondered about the indigenous cultures that still exist in the modern world, their traditions, their struggles, and their survival in the face of change? These are the forgotten voices, the echoes of ancient civilizations that resonate in the corners of our contemporary world. Each one is a living testament to a rich heritage, a vibrant tapestry of cultural diversity that spans our planet. From the frozen tundras to the heart of dense rainforests, from the highest mountains to the deepest valleys, these communities carry the wisdom of their ancestors, wrapped in tales told under starlit skies. Yet, they are not just relics of the past. They are dynamic societies, navigating the swirling currents of the modern era, grappling with challenges both old and new. Our purpose? To amplify these voices, to shine a light on their struggles and celebrate their triumphs. Join us as we delve into the lives and stories of these forgotten voices. Hear the stories directly from the leaders who are striving to preserve their culture in an ever-changing world. Our journey takes us across the globe where we meet indigenous leaders who are at the forefront of the struggle to safeguard their cultures. These are their stories, their experiences, their triumphs, and their challenges. In the heart of the Amazon rainforest, we meet a tribal chieftain who speaks passionately about the battle against deforestation. He tells us of the sacred connection his people share with the land, a connection that is threatened by the encroaching modern world. His tale is one of resilience, of a people who refuse to surrender their ancestral home to the relentless march of progress. Across the ocean, in the remote highlands of Papua New Guinea, a village elder recounts the struggle to keep their unique traditions alive in the face of globalization. She speaks of the younger generation, drawn away by the allure of the modern world, and of the tireless effort to teach them the significance of their heritage, their language, and their rituals. In the icy expanses of the Arctic, an Inuit leader shares the story of his community's fight against climate change, a fight for their very survival. He speaks of the shifting ice and the changing migration patterns of the animals they depend on. Yet, amidst these hardships he speaks of hope, of adaptation, and of the enduring spirit of his people. And in the sun-baked plains of Africa, a Maasai warrior speaks of the struggle to balance modernity with tradition. He talks of the pressure to abandon age-old customs in favor of a more Western lifestyle, and yet, the determination to carry forward the legacy of his ancestors. These stories, from the mouths of those who live them, paint a vivid picture of the trials and triumphs faced by indigenous communities around the world. They are tales of adversity, resilience, and an unyielding commitment to cultural preservation. The strength and resilience of these leaders, in the face of adversity, is truly inspiring. Discover the rich traditions that form the backbone of these vibrant cultures. As we delve into the heart of indigenous communities, we find a wealth of traditions, rituals, and practices that are as alive today as they were many generations ago. These aren't mere performances to entertain or delight, but are deeply woven into the fabric of their identity, serving as vivid reminders of their roots and their connection to the land and to each other. Consider the Maori of New Zealand, with their powerful haka dance. More than a spectacle, it's a primal expression of their collective spirit, a ritual performed at weddings, funerals, and sporting events, encapsulating their warrior ethos and their unity as a people. Or the Inuit of the Arctic, whose intricate art of storytelling, passed down from parent to child, not only preserves their history but also imparts essential survival skills, teaching the younger generation about the harsh environment they inhabit. In the Amazon rainforest, the indigenous tribes hold sacred ceremonies involving the use of ayahuasca, a traditional medicinal brew. These ceremonies, led by experienced shamans, are spiritual journeys that help individuals confront their fears and traumas, fostering a sense of healing and wholeness within the community. And let's not forget the Aboriginal Australians who practice the tradition of dream time. It's their unique way of understanding the world, a blend of history, spirituality, and morality that guides their daily lives. These are but a few examples of the countless traditions that thrive within indigenous communities. Each ritual, each practice, each story serves a purpose. It strengthens communal bonds, passes wisdom down the generations, and reinforces their sense of identity. What's truly remarkable is how these communities have managed to keep these traditions alive, often in the face of immense challenges. They serve as living testaments to the resilience of these cultures, their refusal to be forgotten or assimilated. These traditions not only connect them to their past but also carve out their unique place in the modern world. However, with the modern era come modern struggles. As the world evolves, indigenous communities grapple with a unique set of challenges. Their rich traditions, which have been preserved and passed down through generations, now face the threat of being forgotten in the face of rapid globalization. Globalization, while bringing about a world that's more interconnected than ever, also poses a significant challenge to these communities. The spread of a uniform culture threatens to overshadow the diverse traditions of indigenous people. Their unique languages, customs, and rituals risk being swept away by the tidal wave of modernity, leaving behind a homogenized world devoid of cultural diversity. The impact of technology is another double-edged sword. While it provides opportunities for education and communication, it also accelerates the pace of cultural erosion. Imagine a world where the captivating tales of the elders are replaced by viral internet content, where the intricate art of traditional weaving is overshadowed by mass-produced fashion. This is the reality that many indigenous communities face. Additionally, environmental changes also pose a significant challenge. Indigenous communities have lived in harmony with nature for centuries, their lifestyles deeply intertwined with their environment. However, the modern world's relentless march towards industrialization and development often comes at the cost of the natural habitats these communities rely on. Climate change, deforestation, and pollution are not just abstract concepts for these communities, they are immediate threats to their very way of life. Furthermore, social change is another key issue. As younger generations are drawn towards cities and modern lifestyles, these communities face the risk of losing their cultural bearers. The gap between the old and the new widens, threatening to sever the vital link to their past. These communities are in a constant struggle to balance their cultural preservation with the pressures of the modern world. The fight for their survival is not just a fight for their culture, but a fight for the richness and diversity of our global heritage. As we move forward into the future, it's crucial that we do not leave these voices of the past behind. So, what does the future hold for these indigenous cultures? As we look into the future, it's clear that these communities are not merely survivors, but they're also innovators, actively shaping their own destinies. They are taking steps to preserve their rich cultural heritage while adapting to the demands of the modern world. Firstly, let's talk about cultural preservation. Indigenous cultures are repositories of deep knowledge, ancient wisdom, and fascinating traditions. But these are not static relics of the past. Instead, they are living, breathing entities, evolving and transforming with the passage of time. Many indigenous communities are now using modern technology to document and preserve their languages, rituals, and histories, ensuring that they are not lost to the sands of time. Secondly, we see indigenous communities standing at the forefront of environmental stewardship. Recognizing the deep interconnections between human beings and the natural world, they are taking the lead in sustainable living and conservation efforts. From the Amazon to the Arctic, indigenous communities are implementing innovative solutions to protect their ancestral lands and combat climate change. And lastly, let's not forget the social changes. Indigenous communities are becoming increasingly vocal, asserting their rights on global platforms. They are forging alliances, advocating for policies that respect their sovereignty, and fighting for recognition. They are also empowering their youth, encouraging them to embrace their heritage while equipping them with the skills and education to thrive in today's world. All these initiatives are leading to positive changes. Yes, there are still challenges. Yes, the path is steep and the journey is long. But these communities are not standing still. They are moving forward, one step at a time, driven by their enduring spirit and unyielding resolve. While the road ahead is challenging, the spirit of these communities remains unbroken. In the end, it's about understanding and respecting these cultures, their struggles, and their journey. As we draw to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've explored. Indigenous cultures, vibrant with rich traditions and wisdom, are a testament to the resilience and diversity of the human spirit. They've weathered the storms of modernity, standing up to protect their heritage, their lands, and their way of life. Yet, they face significant challenges. The encroachment of modern civilization, the threat to their environments, the struggle for social change. These are realities that indigenous communities confront daily. Their voices, often drowned in the clamor of the modern world, deserve to be heard and respected. The need to preserve these unique cultures, their languages, and their traditions is not just a matter of cultural survival, but a testament to our shared human heritage. As we move forward into the future, let us not forget the voices of the past that continue to echo in these indigenous cultures.